It's snowing in February, when it's supposed to snow. And chances are there won't be school tomorrow. Actually, as of about 35 minutes ago, Emporia State announced that there wouldn't be school anymore, so kudos for us. And as appealing as that sound, snow days come with their own headache. Your car gets stuck, you get stuck, you resort to eating Doritos while watching Seinfeld episodes on Crackle, your friends are having a snow day party that you have no access to because of your stuck car, your boss tells you that you have to come in despite the mortal danger that it puts you in. All of your meteorological pet peeves are thrust into 48 hours and they ruin your impromptu vacation experience. But even when the white shroud is nowhere to be seen and we actually come to class, there are a slew of student-initiated pet peeves that no amount of road salt could ever thaw. Here's just a few that I hope you all can quell. First is what a good friend of mine likes to call the symphony of zippers. It's 5 minutes until the end of class and the instructor isn't even close to being finished. Every word she has to say is integral to your understanding and passing the quiz on Friday, and like the 7 trumpets of the apocalypse, some anxious youngin announces to the rest of the class their intention on being the first person out of the classroom by unzipping their JanSport, which sets into motion a peristaltic chain reaction of other zippers, other people who have very similar ideas. Listen, you're not going to be late. Just hush up, for Christ's sake. Second are just the chatty Cathys in general, even if you're discussing the class topic, even if you need help, even if you're conditioned at birth to vocalize even your most shallow of desires, please quell it. Third is the southpaw curse. Now, I'm not left-handed. I don't particularly understand left-handedness. But the plethora of right-handed desks makes your choice to use the left-handed desk as a footstool particularly pompous. These are the types of people that park in handicap spots because it's closest to the sirloin stockade entrance. And though I can sympathize with wanting to use the wheelchair-accessible bathroom stalls, they have their own sinks sometimes. These are amenities that are not meant for everyone. Lefties are born that way, so please keep it clear. Fourth, believe it or not, is toenail clipping. Now, this doesn't happen all that often, but it happens often enough to be mentioned, which is to say that it happened once. Keep your shoes on, you filthy hippie. Fifth is about discussion etiquette, and because it's such an important part of the class structure, it's a 3-parter. So, A subpoint, asking asinine questions. This can mean asking a question that has already been asked and answered, or a question that is not even tangentially related to the subject at hand. It wastes time, wastes energy, and it's just stupid. Subpoint B, answering rhetorical questions. See, a rhetorical question is only meant to make the professor feel superior. Don't steal their thunder. They're already very self-conscious people as it is. Subpoint C, insisting on being the smartest person in the room. I'll admit that I'm guilty of this from time to time, but usually I'm not even the 5th smartest person in my particular row of desks. You don't need the last word. No one is going to change their life based on your observations. By all means, contribute to the class discussion. Just don't belabor the point. We get it, this class is below you. But for the flip side, we have number 6. Know about how smart you are. Engage your interactions accordingly. It's not easy to do. Being honest with yourself is not exactly an American trait. Just think of it like the grade system. If you're a C student, then it's reasonable to assume that you should be asking more questions than dishing out answers. 7. Give the instructor a little more credit, would you? If they're difficult, then maybe they're just really good. Maybe it's not up to them to bend over backwards to make you feel like you're adequate. Maybe you're not adequate. You ever thought about that? Maybe you need to work harder. It's not always their fault, and when it is, one way to find out is that you won't be the only one complaining. Number 8. This is a simple one. Phones. Turn them off. They cannot help you. They can only distract you and other people. Number 9 is a particular kind of stress. It's called stupid stress. You started your PowerPoint or your term paper or your speech last night and it's due in 7 hours. Long story short, you have nothing done. So what merit does your complaint of stress really hold? Listen, I procrastinate too, but jeers to those that have the audacity to throw a fit over their mistake. Don't express yourself, keep it to yourself. Seems to be a running theme here anyway. Lastly, number 10 is the sick leave work ethic. A moat of empty desks surrounds the walking, whooping cough that had just come into class. They are clearly miserable. They show up in their sweatpants and everyone's positive that a strain of Ebola has gone airborne and that this particular guy is patient zero. Barring tests and presentations, please stay at home. There are just a few of the many pet peeves that I've collected during my time, and I'm sure that each of you have more. Leave a comment on this video or on our Facebook page. We'd love to hear what kind of annoyances that rub you the wrong way. I'm going to head back, and I'll see you all in the square.